Hey everyone, if you're looking for a gaming laptop that actually keeps up with the games you want to play without breaking the bank or turning your lap into a furnace, the ASUS ROG Strix G16 is one you should seriously consider. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I know what it's like to scroll through endless spec sheets and still feel unsure because specs don't always tell you how a laptop behaves when you're actually trying to play Cyberpunk 2077 at 1080p while Discord and Chrome are running in the background. That's where this machine stands out. It's not just about having an RTX 4060 and a 165Hz display, it's about whether those specs translate into smooth gameplay without constant fan noise or thermal throttling after 20 minutes. From what I've seen, this laptop actually delivers on both fronts. Let's talk about who this is really for. If you're a competitive gamer who plays fast-paced shooters like Valorant, Apex Legends, or CS2, the 165Hz FHD panel with 100% sRGB and Pantone validation is going to make a noticeable difference. Colors pop, motion feels crisp, and the high refresh rate gives you that split-second edge when tracking enemies. But if you're mostly into single-player RPGs or indie games, you might not notice the difference between 60Hz and 165Hz, and the extra cost could be better spent elsewhere. Now, the performance side. The Intel Core i7-13650HX paired with 16GB of DDR5 RAM and a 1TB PCIe Gen4 SSD means you're not just loading games quickly, you're also able to keep multiple applications open without the system grinding to a halt. I've seen users run games like Elden Ring or Starfield on high settings at 1080p while streaming on Twitch or recording gameplay, and the feedback is consistent. It handles the load without stuttering. That's a big deal if you're trying to build a setup that doesn't need constant babysitting. One thing that often gets overlooked is the cooling system. The ROG Intelligent Cooling with Thermal Grizzly's Conductonaut might sound like marketing fluff, but in practice, it means the laptop stays cooler under load compared to some other gaming laptops in this price range. Users report that even during long sessions, the fans aren't constantly screaming at max volume, which is a huge quality of life improvement. If you've ever used a laptop that sounds like a jet engine after 30 minutes of gaming, you'll appreciate this. The Xbox Game Pass bundle is a nice bonus, especially if you're just getting into PC gaming. A free 90-day subscription gives you access to over 100 games, which is a great way to test out titles before deciding whether to buy them. It's not a deal maker, but it's definitely a value add if you're on the fence. Now, let's talk about the trade-offs. The biggest one is the battery life. If you're expecting to game on the go for hours, you're going to be disappointed. This is a gaming laptop, and gaming laptops prioritize performance over portability. Expect to be near an outlet if you're planning to play anything more demanding than indie games or browser-based titles. Also, while the display is great for gaming, it's not a 4K panel, so if you're looking for ultra-high-resolution visuals, you might want to look elsewhere. Another thing to consider is the build. It's solid, but it's not ultra-premium. If you're used to MacBooks or high-end Ultrabooks, the plastic and metal mix here might feel a bit utilitarian. That said, it's sturdy enough for daily use, and the trade-off is a lower price point compared to some competitors. Who should skip this? If you're a content creator who needs color accuracy for video editing or photography, the 100% sRGB coverage is decent, but it's not as accurate as a professional-grade display. You'd be better off with a laptop that has a higher-end panel or better calibration options. Also, if you're looking for a laptop that can double as a work machine for heavy productivity tasks like 3D rendering or video editing, you might want to consider a workstation-class laptop instead. On the flip side, if you're a student or a professional who also games on the side, this laptop is a solid all-rounder. The 1TB SSD gives you plenty of space for documents, projects, and games, and the performance is more than enough for most tasks. The Wi-Fi 6E is a nice touch for faster internet speeds, especially if you're in an area with a lot of network congestion. So, is the ASUS ROG Strix G16 worth it? If your priority is gaming performance without the premium price tag, and you're okay with the trade-offs in battery life and portability, then yes. It's a well-rounded machine that delivers where it matters most: smooth gameplay, reliable performance, and a display that enhances the experience. If you're still unsure, check out the link in the description to see the latest pricing and details. Thanks for watching, and I'll see